it's Amanda, the NYC recruiter, and I'm going to tell you guys 5 tips that you should do before you do a phone screen. The first tip, and this should be throughout the whole interview process, do your research. You want to be sure to check out the company and check out who you're going to be interviewing with. And I'll do another video to give you guys more tips on how to do research. The second tip is going to be to read through your resume and know your resume, like inside and out. Anything that's on your resume is fair game, so be ready to answer any questions about transitions or reasons why you left that company, and also talking about your responsibilities. There have been so many times where I've asked someone about a bullet point on their resume and they were like, oh, what are you talking about? And they like want to look at the resume again. So don't ever do that, it's horrible. The third tip is to prepare 3 to 5 questions. Typically there will be a time limit on the phone call, usually 30 minutes, sometimes they go longer, but you wanna make sure that the interviewer has time for some questions. And just be, you know, cautious if they're like in a hurry and they're squeezing you in between meetings. Try to keep your questions short. Make sure you're listening throughout the interview and you're not asking questions that have already been answered. When you're preparing your questions, you want to make sure that they're questions about the job, about the company, about your responsibilities or maybe even expectations. You don't want to really ask any like selfish questions about your salary or benefits, like things like that. That is not the place. Phone screens or like first interviews, never ask those questions. The fourth tip, I would say to maybe the day before a phone call, find a quiet room. Make sure that you have good reception. Maybe call like a friend or a family member and just make sure that they can hear you and you can hear them clearly. Especially in New York City with the high-rise buildings, the reception is always really bad in buildings. I get horrible reception in our building. So you just want to be sure that you're in a good place before that phone call. And the fifth, this should actually be, if you're interviewing in general, you should A, not have a ringback tone, and B, you should have a professional voicemail. There have been so many times where I've called someone and it's like, yo, what's up, it's Rick, leave a message, and it's such a big turn off. If that interviewer is calling you and, you know, sometimes cell phones are weird and it just goes straight to voicemail, you don't want that to be their first impression. So make sure you have a professional voicemail. So yeah, that wraps up the top 5 things you should do before a phone screen. Stay tuned for 5 tips you should do during a phone screen. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to stay tuned for more videos. Thanks guys, and good luck with that next interview. Bye!